That's going through my program right now as a therapist, and she's been struggling with severe anxiety and depersonalization realization for over 5 years. But she's starting to beat the symptoms, even though it's taking a lot more time than the average person, which I'll talk about in a second. But she just posted this. She said, wow, so I've had a busy last couple days. The busy where anxiety would usually follow due to the dread of being in public, but this was different. I had a full day Friday of work and two plans in the evening. Today I had my engagement photos and hung out with my family in the evening. You guys, I just realized that I'm barely dissociating. I would say 75% of the day today, I didn't think about DPDR, and if it did happen, I was like, meh. I was able to do these things relaxed and realize when I was tense, y'all, after 5 years, I'm truly healing. And as an Arkansan, I especially appreciate her saying y'all. Howdy, y'all. But anyway, we were just talking last week. She's like, Jordan, like, I'm starting to see results, but why is it taking me so much longer than the average person to recover? And I said, part of that is because you're in the care field. She's actively working with people who are suffering every single day. And I said, you're not just dealing with the stress in your personal life, you're also having to be exposed to a bunch of other people's stress. And I suspect that she's probably experiencing some compassion fatigue. I've actually dealt with compassion fatigue 2 times in the last 8 years. And it's where you just get extremely, extremely fatigued and burnt out because you're not properly self regulating and you don't have enough self care. And I have had that happen to me because sometimes you're so focused on helping other people that you accidentally neglect yourself. And I told her, for you to be able to be regulated and symptom free in this career, you're going to have to accept that you're going to have to invest a lot more in self care and self regulation than the average person. And because, again, we're not just focused on your nervous system, you're also being affected by other people's nervous systems who are suffering. It is going to make it a little bit harder to recover and take more time, but it's 100% doable. Every year I work with dozens of licensed mental professionals. Recently I had 2 emergency room physicians come through the program, have somebody who fights wildfires in the program right now, police officers, teachers, you name it. In fact, just had a client, she was in the prison system. I work with all kinds of people that are around suffering people, and they're able to become symptom free. But you do have to accept that it may be a little bit harder and it may take a little bit more time. And also, to maintain your recovery, you are going to have an ironclad discipline as far as self care and self regulation, because you can't pour out from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others.